Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night Facebook Live. My name is Laura Betts. I am founder and facility director of our Holistic Hyperbaric Center here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Hyperbarics RX. And I do Facebook Lives every Monday night and share lots of information about a variety of health topics, including educating you about hyperbaric oxygen therapy. And tonight's deep dive is another very commonly asked question. How many hyperbaric sessions do I need? And I'm going to talk a little bit about what a proper hyperbaric protocol is and a personalized dive plan. Just like we are all different, just like we all have slightly different nutritional needs, slightly different environmental exposures, slightly different experiences, every person biophysically is an individual. They have different occupations, which have resulted in different exposures. And when we put all of these things together, in order to really get outcome, it needs to be personalized for the individual. Not a lot of people realize that many hyperbaric sites treat every condition for the same dosage, same duration, same protocol. And that's part of the reason why we're starting to see some very negative data models. It's not that the hyperbaric is bad, it's not causing harm, but because the dosage is off, we're not handling the trigger point that we need to get the desired result. It's not creating an opportunity for efficacy. So I'd like to give you a little bit more education tonight, share a little bit more about, again, another reason why you want to choose our ANDI certified hyperbaric facility. There really are some big differences there. So again, we do Facebook Lives every Monday night at 6 o'clock. And we also have a variety of videos on our Facebook page from prior topics. And at this point, there's quite a few. There's a really broad range of information there. So I encourage you to check them out under our videos. And of course, this is an opportunity as well for you to ask questions real time live in the chat for our holistic health practitioners and oxygen experts like myself. So if you have somebody that has been thinking about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, if they are struggling with symptoms, or maybe they're just looking to be proactive, and instead of handling with trying to repair neurodegeneration, how about we take good care of our brain in the first place and work on our our neurological health proactively. Let's do some anti-aging. Let's do some biohacking. It's much easier to maintain very often than it is to try and do some of these dramatic repairs. So again, great information there for you. So tonight's topic again is talking about how many hyperbaric sessions do somebody needs. And this is probably one of the top questions that we receive here at Hyperbarics RX in Sunrise, Florida. Excuse me. In Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And one of the reasons why we can't answer that question for you right off the bat is because we need more information and we don't actually treat everyone the same. Now, I'll talk a little bit tonight about something called series. I'm going to talk a little bit about what a personalized dive profile is, and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into one of the tools that ANDI certified hyperbaric facility use. And I'm going to actually show you a page on the ANDI hyperbaric facility protocol list. So interesting things. I do wear a couple of hats, and one of the things is I am a member of the diving and medical board for ANDI International. So I'm sharing a little bit more information than you may usually see on it. And of course, in addition to that, I am also a member of the board on the International Hyperbaric Medical Foundation as well. So in regards to our topic tonight, how many hyperbaric sessions do I need? When we're talking about doing hyperbaric oxygen therapy, I always find it very interesting how unfair holistic hyperbaric health standard is held to. So we'll get referrals where people have been working with their doctor, working with a functional medicine professional, working with another type of practitioner, and they have been working 6 months, 10 months, 18 months, and they're not making any progress. They're getting worse and worse and worse. And I always kind of shake my head a little bit because if you think about that, let's say we had a plumber, and every time the plumber came to the house, the leak got worse. And now it's 12 months since we first called the plumber in, and we're waiting in water that's waist high. And no one sees this as a problem. No one thinks that maybe we need to find another way to address this leak that has essentially flooded the entire house. So, similar holistic health, very often we have a really narrow window to get help. Whereas if they're not seeing improvement in a few days, they're not giving the modality an opportunity anymore. And that's not realistic either. So this is what I kind of want to talk about tonight in regards to hyperbaric series and just share a little bit of information. I do also want to share, by the way, that we are wrapping up our Spring into Detox April promotion. And we are offering 3 of our amazing detox foot baths for $99. You're saving $48 on that special. And that special ends on April 30th. Now, you don't have to use all 3 foot baths by April 30th. You just need to purchase the package by April 30th. They are valid for a year from the date that you purchase it. So plenty of time to use those foot baths and get them scheduled. So it is an amazing deal. It is one of my favorite adjuvants to hyperbaric oxygen therapy. One of the best things to do after a hyperbaric session is a detox foot bath. And if you haven't had an experience with one of our amazing 35-minute detox foot baths here, well, you have no more excuses. Just give us a call at the office and we'll go ahead and get you scheduled and take care of your package payment right over the phone. So let me go ahead now and pull up the protocol list. So what I'm showing you is a little sneak peek behind the scenes in ANDI hyperbaric facilities. Now, if you are a hyperbaric clinic, considering being a hyperbaric clinic, if you're a hyperbaric medical professional, this is one of the reasons why you want to join the ANDI organization. We have so much more information, and we're going to create an opportunity for you to share that information so you're not reinventing the wheel, so you're not starting from scratch, so that you really can have the best opportunity for outcomes. Very often, by the time somebody is at the hyperbaric clinic, they've been dealing with a condition for a long time. And all of these different conditions have different dosages, durations, frequency, and series, depending on what the goal is here. So I pulled up just a few examples of the research protocols on the ANDI member hyperbaric facilities and thought I'd talk a little bit about it. Now, again, when somebody is going to a hyperbaric facility, there is an assumption that the protocol that the chamber operator is administering, there is an assumption that the target pressure that's being set is an appropriate target pressure for what the individual is looking for. But that's not always the case. Some sites have limitations and they can only treat to a certain pressure. In some cases, that dosage of oxygen is very, very low. In other cases, they just treat everybody down the middle. That's very common in multi-place situations. So you'll have a chamber that can have multiple people in the chamber. Well, this one needs neurological repair, and this one has an infection in their wound, and this one needs general wound care. And all of those things have different dosages. So they'll treat at an average dosage. So everybody is kind of close. But the more and more research we do, the more and more research we do into hyperbaric medicine, we are finding that these trigger points in the body, these chemical reactions, these expressions, these increase in cellular function or suppression of negative function are highly, highly, highly dosage dependent. They are not all the same. And depending on what the goal is, it's very important that it's appropriate to the condition as well as being a complete protocol. So you can have the right dosage for the condition. You can have the right duration. Duration is how long the dive is. And not every dive is the same. Looking on our protocol research list here, you'll see for anemia acute, the duration is 60 minutes of treatment time, whereas anemia chronic, the duration is 75 minutes of treatment time. Those are different protocols. They're doing different things, and they also have different series. Now, the one hyperbaric session could be appropriate to the condition. It could have the right dosage. It could have the right duration. But if we don't do enough of it, if we don't do a proper series, again, we're not creating the opportunity for efficacy. Some of this cellular repair takes time. The body can only regenerate that tissue. It can only absorb the oxygen and nutrients and create those chemical reactions in a certain to a certain level. It takes time. Different cells have something called an apoptosis cycle, and some cells regenerate and rebuild much faster than other cells. So, depending on what we are trying to fix, depends on how long we need to do it. And a hyperbaric series could be 3, it could be 5, it could be 10. It could be 20, 40, or more, depending again on what we're trying to do here. The other question is that what happens at the end of the series? If it's a chronic condition, and we're using hyperbaric as a combination therapy, meaning it's not the primary treatment. We're using it in a supportive manner in combination with an integrated approach. Well, after the series, we may still need a maintenance protocol, and that may be ongoing. So the number of hyperbaric sessions, the series, the amount of dives in the block is very important in creating the opportunity for efficacy. Occasionally, we have people come on the schedule and they'll have a protocol, for example, and the frequency is 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, so they're really going to get started and they go ahead and book out their 3 appointments and they do 3 appointments that week. Great, great start. And they're already starting to feel better and they come in by the 3rd appointment and they're telling us how they slept better and they're telling us how their brain feels more clear and they start to get a positive result. And that's really exciting. And then we don't see them for a few weeks. And they start to feel bad again because the bounce, the chemical support that was going on in the body, the benefit from the hyperbaric oxygen therapy has run out. The inflammatory cycle has come back, depending on exactly what we did. The oxygen goes everywhere in the body except dense bone. So I've done a video earlier talking about the 6 big things that hyperbaric oxygen therapy can do. So we get a lot of different benefits. So, okay, so the benefit has run out, the symptom management has run out, and now the pains come back or the symptoms are coming back. And now we're going to do hyperbaric oxygen therapy at the proper frequency for another week. And then we're not going to see us again for 3 weeks. So series is just as important as frequency, as duration, as dosage, and as making sure that it's appropriate to the condition. All of this works together to create a personalized dive plan, a protocol that gives the body time to heal, detox, and ultimately regenerate. In some cases, the switch, the trigger point, what the body is doing, the repair process, is only on during the hyperbaric session. So if we don't come back, if we don't do enough of it long enough, we don't get the opportunity for long-term benefit, for long-term resolution. There's a lot of stories right now on the internet about people who did hyperbaric and it didn't work. When we were at our old location, we used to be located on University Drive in Lauderhill. And if you haven't been to our new facility, we've been here for quite a while now, since before COVID. But if you haven't been to our new facility, you need to come and check us out. We're located at 3701 West Commercial Boulevard. That's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33309. We're no longer located at the Lauderhill address. And that particular location used to get some walk-by traffic a little differently than what we get here. And on one particular occasion, we had a gentleman who came in, and he's telling us that he did hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and he's in a wheelchair. So it's very clear to someone like myself that we've got a condition going on here. And when he first came in, I thought he was coming in to inquire about hyperbaric, and he wasn't really coming in to inquire about hyperbaric. He was more coming in to remind himself of the reason why it didn't work. And essentially says, oh yeah, I did hyperbaric. Oh really, you did? Oh yeah, I did. It didn't do anything for me. Really? That's surprising. Oh yeah, I didn't get any benefit from it all. Wow, I'm really surprised to hear that. And what site did you dive at? Wow, okay, well they really normally get great results. Well, how many sessions did you do? Oh, well I did 2 sessions. 2? 2 a day? No, 2. I did 2. So let's just think about that for a moment. Let's look at our um our Alzheimer protocol. We've got a series of 40. Is 2 hyperbaric sessions bad? No, 2 hyperbaric sessions isn't bad. But is 2 hyperbaric sessions creating an opportunity for efficacy based on the protocol research that we have? No, not at all. We just got the body going, and then we said, okay, we're done. We're not going to do any more of this. So it really was unfair to the modality. And to have a long-term chronic condition, I mean, think about that. Is other modalities held to that? To some extent, I wish. So we start taking this new prescription medication, and we take 2 pills, dose 1 day 1, dose 2 day 2, and the condition that we're taking it for wasn't cured, so we're not going to take it anymore. Is that how that goes? Because I like that. I mean, okay. So again, series is really important here. And then depending on what we're using hyperbaric oxygen therapy for. So taking a look here, now look at anti-aging and geriatric health. Notice anti-aging and geriatric health, there isn't a series. Why not? Well, it's a maintenance protocol. We're doing this 1 time a week for ongoing general health and wellness. We've got a dosage, we've got a duration. Now we need a frequency here. So one of the big points in this is the personalized dive plan. We need to do hyperbaric. We need to do enough of it in order to create an opportunity for the body to fully be able to heal and regenerate. And so often we never even gave it a chance. And it's unfair because we've given unreasonable chances to so many other things that never had the same potential for benefit. It's almost the definition of insanity. Now, again, when you're coming to us for your first hyperbaric consultation, this is part of what we are looking to determine. What are our goals here? Are we looking to do hyperbaric oxygen therapy for general wellness? Are we looking to do it for some kind of just general maintenance? We have amazing wellness programs. We've talked about those on other videos. If you haven't enrolled if you're interested in enrolling in our wellness program, please give us a ring at the office. The wellness program enrollment is open right now, and it's a great way to get package discounts and benefit from hyperbaric oxygen therapy on an ongoing monthly basis. Or are we really looking to fix something, change something? If hyperbaric is so great, how come everybody doesn't do it? And one of the biggest reasons why is series. On the flip side of this, we have a whole series, a whole data model, a whole demographic that essentially were treated at a known clinically deficient dosage. So all the research says that they need to be here, but for another list of reasons, for another video, for another time, this particular group is treating at a distinctly clinically deficient dosage. But that group is still seeing efficacy. And what's interesting about that is the consistency, the series. They're continuing to do the series consistently. They're not just doing a session here or there. They're completing the hyperbaric series in really, really close proximity. They're diving in many cases daily in series of 40. So yeah, they're getting results because they're completing a series, they're completing a block of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and they're doing it at the frequency. So you put all of that together, and that comes into your personalized dive plan. And the goal for that is to create the best opportunity for efficacy. And it really is all different. You can't treat all of these things the same. That's kind of the trick here. And that's the reason why you want to come to us. That's the reason why you want to work with our group here. That's the reason why you want to come to Hyperbarics RX and let us help you. Because we are an ANDI-certified hyperbaric facility, we do have all of this information. We have all of these different protocols. We know where the trigger points are. And we can create the best opportunity for efficacy. And the neat thing about it is the oxygen goes everywhere. So we're here for one reason, but we're going to get benefits from someplace else. We have somebody on our schedule who is doing hyperbaric after an elective surgical procedure, and they're following their post-surgical care. And one of the things that they haven't been doing is drinking caffeine. Post-surgically, caffeine can be problematic. A lot of surgeons like people to avoid caffeine during healing process. It adds another factor. It can even be problematic with certain types of medications and so on. And interestingly enough, normally the person has tried to stop drinking coffee before. They've tried to cut back on their caffeine habit. And when they have, they've got terrible caffeine withdrawal headaches. But guess what? They did hyperbaric preconditioning. So they put their body in a really good state. It actually increases detoxification. And now they're doing post-surgical repair and no headaches. So the reduction of inflammation benefit, right? Hyperbaric's very good for migraines. Hyperbaric's very good for headaches. So not only are they healing faster, not only are they healing with less scarring, but they're also getting a benefit to their headaches. And part of that is because the series that they're following for the post-surgical overlaps with the series for the traumatic brain injuries, concussion care, neurological repair, and the migraine and headache protocols. Really kind of interesting stuff. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this gave you a little sneak peek behind the scenes at putting together a personalized dive plan. And we would love to help you. Hyperbaric is an amazing modality. I've done videos earlier on my personal story and how hyperbaric oxygen therapy essentially saved my life and why I founded this holistic hyperbaric center. And as always, we do Facebook Lives every Monday at 6 o'clock. And we encourage you to join us and take an opportunity. You can ask our oxygen experts questions real time in the chat. If you know somebody that you think could benefit from hyperbaric oxygen therapy, please feel free to let them know about our videos. And as always, we thank you for joining us. If you're listening to this on the replay and you got some questions, please feel free to send us a direct message. And if you're ready to do your first hyperbaric session, well, just give us a call at the office. We are taking new clients. And whether you're just looking to do some preventative health, feel better, just help balance your body naturally, or you're struggling with some serious symptoms or a chronic condition, I do specialize in complex cases. And again, I'd love for you to let me help you. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I look forward to seeing you on our next Facebook Live. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.